welcome back again. Hold on. The stream does seem to be going down a bit more often today. I'm not sure why. If it keeps doing this, I might have to end it. I might have to cut it short right here. And maybe I'll just end up uploading just that first part, which is a real shame. But I will try to just go from right here and give it one last shot before I might right. Let's leave this up here for the chat experience. I'm not sure if it's going to, or leave the chat up here. I have I can see it from here. I usually see it from my tablet, but I can also do it a different way. Well, and the game is just going to pause while I figure things out here. Alright, so, yeah, little technical difficulties aside, and keep on moving. Alright, so nothing, depending on whether I can continue on, nothing has been really lost here. I'm still in the same battle, and I can just continue on from here. Hopefully everything stabilizes, and I can just finish off this episode as is. So that middle part, because it was so short, I'm probably going to leave out. But I didn't say anything there, just basically discussing the exact same thing I was saying right now. And in the case that the stream goes down again, and I somehow can't manage to maintain anything, then I might have to call it short due to the technical difficulties. So I have a feeling I know what is causing it, and it's not something I can actually control. Oh, the timing is right, or totally wrong. And it's just something that I just have to, I basically have to just sit and wait on. Okay, let's just finish off this guy really quickly. So far so good, the stream is still going. Knock on wood. Let's hope it continues on. Okay. Yeah, so far so good. Gone 2 minutes without the stream going down, according to OBS here. And that'll allow them to move forward. And I guess they'll just have to keep doing this from here on out. Alright. So I think I can just kind of cheese this by saving after every single battle. If I can get to it. There you go. Do I have any outstanding quests in this area? Let's see. I don't think so. Gotta talk to Corvus. But that's back in the old neighborhood. Clock out. No, this just did all the quests in this area. I should be all set. Alright, so I think the reasons why the stream is going down are different from the previous times. It's not that my system is is being stressed. It's more of the, I think it's an internet issue. That usually happens around this time. So that one I can't fix. That one I just have to wait out. I just hope for the best. So it's a good thing I actually lowered my bit rate for this particular episode. That'll help out a bit, and hopefully it'll stay stable the rest of the part. Let's just keep doing these sneak attacks against these guards. Continue. There we go. So even got an achievement for that. Pretty cool. So it's a big dude. I've seen them. I think we've seen those before. Trobog operatives. Let's focus on that guy because I think this guy does the physical attacks while the other guy does like buffs and spells. So let's get rid of that big dude right up front. Nice. That's a lot of damage. So glad to have Jefferson. I don't know why you'd not have Jefferson on your team. It just does so much damage. Even if you don't get an amazing, it's ridiculous. You could probably one-shot most enemies with, you could probably one-shot most enemies if you do get the amazing timing. Alright. Apparently that one can do physical attacks, but I think he can also buff, do spells and whatnot. Okay, continue on. As always, let's cheese it by simply healing after every battle, because we totally can do that. Okay, here's the next guard. Found a secret place under this fountain. Oh yeah? Yeah, see that missing tooth? If we get separated, let's meet there. Inside the tooth fountain. Gotcha. Oh, is there actually something in here? Interesting. Didn't even know. Oh, okay, that's right. That's where we came from. Okay. But I don't think there's anything left here for me to do. Alright, looks like from here on out it's straightforward matter of just doing these combat experiences. Not much else. So let's just get through these things. Okay, he's gonna get the drop on me that time. That's fine. They're not that tough. Sweet. One down. Okay, that was just a regular block. Tough to, again, still tough to guess which one to counter with, but just a 1 and 3. Alright, I definitely would like to get through some new areas, because new stuff will always give me, or new stuff is most likely to give me new things to talk about. So the fact we're still in here, still in this future time. So far, I feel like this part of the game is where it's dragging a little bit, just because we've been in this future area for so long. And I'd very much like to head back to a different time. I think that's more of a flaw of the storytelling. Like the story demands that they be stuck in this future for several areas, because they don't have access to that time portal device anymore. So yeah, while it does make sense in the story, I think I'd rather have the story reinforce or a change of pace that happens more often. And by change of pace, I mean we go to different time periods and see new areas in new lights, or from different time perspectives as well. More often. That's what I mean. So I want to go not just between different areas in the same time period, which is the future, but also I want to see different areas in different time periods also. That makes any sense. So, like how we went from the present to the future and then back to the past, and there were all different areas as well. In the beginning of the game, that was a nice, really fast change of pace, but since we've been stuck in the future, let's get this guy. Since we've been stuck in the future, I felt like the pacing of the game has slowed down a lot. While we have been experiencing many different areas, I think different time periods would also help quite a bit to changing things up, giving us something new. So I'm actually quite interested, quite excited to finally get that clock device back, so we can go back in time to new area or different areas, or whatever the story will take us. So quite had enough of the future, especially this particular future, and let's work towards solving the problem that happened in the first place, that prevent that Dr. White from taking over somehow. Alright, good old Jefferson. Let's get some supers done. Let's finish these guys off a little bit more quickly. Okay, am I gonna guess right? Nope. If I have anything critical to say about the game right now, I'd say that, yeah, this particular part, where we've been in the future for so long, especially by this segment in Dr. White's compound, where we actually do save Everett and Lucy, that's where I'm starting to feel a little bit of drag. We've been in the same time period for too long. And you think that because of the crux of the game is traveling through time, that we would, having access to something amazing like going through time, being in the same time period for such a long time seems counterproductive, or a waste of a really obvious, storytelling techniques that they could use to change up the pacing and the nature of the environments. Keep refreshing everything by going not just to different spaces, but also different times. That's all I would have to say. Not a huge deal, but it is something that something worth noting about this particular level, or these particular sets of levels. That we've just been here for so long. Alright, let's try and... will I be able to get behind them and sneak attack? I think so. There we go. And it definitely does not help that we're having to do these... a series of combat experiences that we can't opt out of. Multiple... in the same level. Too much of something that I've come to like. I think I've said this before in a different, probably in Assassin's Creed 4. Too much of a good thing ends up being bad. You get tired of it. I don't want to get tired of the combat. Like and because I'm being forced to do all these different, or series of combat experiences, I am getting a little bit tired just doing these combat, especially since they're not all that difficult. Or at least these underlings, these minions, are particularly easy to take out. Let's just try and declare some independence. Maybe that guy will be taken out really quickly. And he was. It's a good super. Clears that one guy, and hopefully she's enough to finish him off. Yep, she is. So 2 guys in just 1 round. Pretty cool. These minions, I think I am starting to be a little too powerful for them. Basically destroying them. At least it makes these combat experiences a little... very quick. Goes through very quickly. They're not super challenging, but I guess let's keep on saving. Or they're not as challenging as they should be, because these underlings, these minions, are way below my level. So now they're easy because I think I've out-leveled them. I should get to a new part soon where enemies are a little at my level, so I can bring back the challenge and I can start enjoying the combat again. Alright, the clock must be in there somewhere. Got to get it back before they figure out how to fix it. We'll get the clock, but you guys need to be careful out there. There are guards everywhere. Don't worry, we'll wait for you underneath that fountain you showed us. Good luck! Again, I'm making no qualms of the acting quality of these things. I am just reading. Okay. Combat experience right away. I'm reading for the purposes of making sure that there's enough time for any potential viewer to read that text. So if I'm able to speak that out loud, I know that there's enough time to read it. Okay, how about we get a super on these new enemies. So, as I was saying, I was asking for new enemies to fight, and the game finally provides. So, let's get these. Yeah, they're definitely stronger. They're definitely able to take hits more than the Robin underlings. These guys will provide a sufficient challenge, I think. Oh, nice. Okay, they're just spells that lit us all on fire. Pretty interesting. Not getting any amazings on that. Wonder if maybe I'm doing it too late now. Okay, that was just a regular block. That's fine. Between the three of us, we should be able to take this guy down, no problem. I thought that would be an amazing... Progressive Chemist, what these enemies are called. Nice. Yeah, definitely more powerful. Let's see. Looking for... There should be a fountain around here somewhere, right? Shouldn't have to go all the way back to that previous area to save, so probably will be a fountain around here somewhere for saving purposes. Maybe on that side. I'll use the other stairs. I wonder if all of these are potential combat experiences. Alright, full up on health. Let's see. Wonder if that's a costume, a new costume possibly? So that's the clock, right? And I have to find a way in there. So I think that is what I'm looking for. So I have to just figure out that puzzle and find a way there. Not much in terms of exploration. Very small level, but still definitely should explore while I can. So we've seen the other side of this level. Looks like there's like an item there. Start over here then. Oh, it's locked. Okay. Remember, there's also that residence building in the courtyard as well. So I think there's still that to explore beyond this area. Okay, that guy already respawned. Okay, I need the ghost here. And let's switch back to a different one. How about switch over to the wolf man? Okay, sneak attack this guy. Maybe that guy will drop a key, or maybe just that container has the key needed to open the other door. Interesting looking enemies. Senior technician. Okay, how about we work on the new guy here. Nice. I think I'm starting to get into the groove of the combat here. Can't block the magic, but that's fine. They don't do a whole lot of damage anyway. Alright, maybe I'm not getting, maybe I'm not still not so consistent with the amazings here. Still have a lot to learn. So the timings for these enemies' attacks are very different from any other enemy in the game. It's like basically no time to prepare a counter. You just have to get that thing ready right away. Okay, so there's something here. Do you know if there's a fountain? Found a green key card. Okay. Alright. Back here. So, strong versus monster, weak versus magic. Magic, tech. Some of these enemies are, I guess, tech enemies. It's good to have Jefferson here. This weak versus tech, maybe I shouldn't have him. Good to have Jefferson, though. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so... green. This looks like the green room. Can get through here. Sneak attack. Again, not finding a whole lot to say, even with these new enemies. At this point, going through the motions until I can get to the point where I can go back in time and see some new stuff. These are new enemies, and while they're interesting, I don't think they're quite enough to really get me back into the experience as much as a new scenery, right? How about some night terrors here? And let's declare some independence as well. Make real short work of these. Oh man, 3 hit points. I think I'll just finish that one off. Okay. Didn't get right on either of them, but still managing to block them, no problem. Nice. Okay. Yeah, these enemies are a little bit tougher than the grubbins outside, but not terribly interesting. Again, I think what I really need from the game right now is a new change of pace and a new story thing to go after. I think we've really close to saving Lucy and Everett. We have freed them from prison, but now we just got to get back in time again, or not back in time, but we gotta free them, and they have to stay in this time because that's where they're from. But we, the kids, need to go back in time to try and fix the timeline and all that. Orange key card. It seems pretty straightforward what we need to do. Find the orange room, which is right here. Let's maybe keep the battles to a minimum if we can. I don't know, maybe we do have to fight them both, I don't know. Sweet. Well, it looks like from here on out, or at least for the time being, as long as we're in this level, I don't think I'm gonna have too much commentary to say here. And like, I just need a change of pace. Waiting for that. That's fine. I don't necessarily need to do commentary every second of the experience. There are some moments when I can just chill and focus on the game at hand. You know, it's one thing if I'm able to do commentary, but it's also kind of its own commentary when I'm not able to really say anything new, because then that really reflects when the game is dragging and not really showing us anything all that new. And at the moment, I feel like that is what's happening with the game. That there is some drag in the story, and totally up for some new segment in the storytelling. Get out of this time period. Reynold is getting hurt here. Let's finish this up as quickly as possible. Oh man, okay. Hurt by the fire. That's alright. Hey, new costume. Let's see what that one's all about. Hot dog, multi-attack. Pretty good on pretty good on offense, which is what I'm looking for. Yeah, let's switch that one out. Let's go with some new costumes. We definitely want to keep Jefferson. Let's go with go with Wolfman, and then Jefferson last for a hard hitter. Alright, so do I want to just... Okay, I guess I have no choice now. Already in the combat. Alright, looks like for this particular session... Interesting take on the hot dog costume. Going a half hour strong without any drops, without any disconnects. So hopefully that means we are through the rough patch and I'm able to finish up here. So multi-attack. See what happens. Huh. Sweet. Alright, so seems to me like very similar to the wizard in that it is a sort of aerial effect type of attack. Doesn't really do a lot of damage. Like, let's compare it to the just this Wolfman's claw attack. Yeah, it definitely does more to a single enemy, while as this hot dog costume, really interesting take on that, is more spread out over the other enemies. Yeah, no contest. Jefferson is definitely the strongest. Okay. Alright. Let's see what the super is. Alright. Really interesting to say the least. So it is a hot dog costume that is like this three-headed Hydra in battle, doing multi-attacks. Yeah, gotta say, from on paper standpoint, I gotta appreciate it. As far as its effectiveness in combat, I'm not a huge fan of the this game's take on the area of effect. Seems fairly weak. Maybe there's a way to do the area of effect better in this game. I just haven't found it. It's entirely possible. Maybe if I had like both the hot dog and the wizard, then then they would, let's try that. How about we have both the hot dog and the wizard, then we just have a one heavy hitter guy who attacks, or as a finisher. So these guys will do like a 2 area of effect attacks that'll kind of, they will build off of each other, right? Possibly. Yeah, let's try combining the area of effect costumes. Seeing how Jumbo hot dog. My players haven't answered. Hey, you're not a savory hot dog. You're an unsavory trespasser. Alright. So this is going to be possibly more of a boss battle here. No, no, just same old dudes. Okay. So, let's try and see if these area of effect attacks can kind of build upon each other. Yeah, they sort of do. And probably finish off this guy. One HP. Okay. So, see, the kind of a weakness of the area of effect is when you do whittle the enemies down to just 1, then the advantage of the area of effect is kind of nullified. I think that's the last thing we need to do in this area, is just get this clock back, right? There's the broken clock. Door's shut. We're trapped in here. They'll be coming for us. We've got to get out of here. Let's look for a way out. Let's look for a way out. I hear them coming. Hurry. Alright, I think I see it right now. Let's get through here. Alright, so actually with our upgraded candy bag, we're already almost full up. Thank goodness, you're okay. Did you find the clock? Yup, we found it. Hope you can fix it. It's not exactly that complicated if you understand quantum theory and basic clockmaking principles. The hands are jammed. It's only going to open the same time hole from before. You mean to the bayou? Think so. That won't do us any good. Yeah, that's after Dr. White stole the talisman. So what now? Well, either we find a way to unstick those clock hands, or we have to get the talisman from Dr. White. Well, snoop around to see if you can locate the talisman. I'll keep working on the clock. Okay, be right back. Alright, so yeah, another reason why we're still stuck in this time period, this future. I am quite ready for a new change of pace, a new time period, but still have more to do here, unfortunately. Kind of wish they would rewrite it, or rewrote this plot a little bit so that we could have gone to different time periods a little more often. Like I said before, I am quite ready to move on, but I don't know. This is probably the slowest part in the game so far, and I'm starting to enjoy it less and less as I am having to stay in this time period. Hopefully, with this very last area, can finally move on to a new time period and a new area as well. Okay. And so let's save outside, as well as maybe spend some more of our candy on items, investments. Let's not get stuck in more battle that we don't need to do. Alright, so 4,400. How about we can get upgrades for costumes? Obliterate all minions. Huh. That could be an interesting way to just get some combat over with quickly. Obliterate all minions. That's actually good enough to the point where... let's just buy all the cards for now. maybe one of these. Sure. Okay. All invested. Got some upgrades for these costumes. Let's see if they'll do any better. I don't think I want to change any of the cards though, even though I got some interesting ones. Look around, we haven't been. So there's only, I already know there's already one area left, is private residence here. It's locked. Okay. So you'd think it would be here, right? So how do I unlock that? Is that the puzzle now to try and unlock this? It says to go to places where we haven't been. This is the only place I think that applies. Oh right, there's also this retinal scanner thing. Okay, there we go. I just had to walk around until I found this. Okay. I don't know how we're gonna get in there, but at least we know where the talisman is. Let's go tell my mom and dad. Right, so I guess this was the only other way. Guess our retinas aren't approved. No, don't need to do any more combat. Trying to get over with. Trying to get through this as quickly as possible now. Now the time hole open, but it's useless. It's the same one from before. We found the talisman, but we're not getting to that. We're not getting to that either, unless you know how to hack a retina scanner. No, I'm not that good. You can only get through those with the right eyeballs. Hey, with this time hole, we can go back to get Oral's eyeballs, huh? I want this to be over too, but that's a little gross. No, we can convince him to come back with us. That sounds like a long shot to me, but I'll leave the time hole open if you want to try it. We're going to go back to the house so I can use my tools on this clock. Guys, I don't want to leave you hanging, but I think I'm gonna go with my parents. Sorry. That's okay. We'll catch up with you later, Halley. Thanks for your help. Okay, so we're good thing is we're finally heading back to a different time period. It was exactly what I wanted. But we're not bringing Halley with us. We're back down to just 2. Be careful. Dr. White is more dangerous than he looks. Good luck trying to convince Oral. Convince Oral. Okay, so to New Repugia. There was one thing we wanted to talk to with Corvus, right? So I think that's this way, right? Possibly. Youth Academy. Old Auburn Pines. Okay, so here's where Corvus is. One of my quests was to talk to Corvus. I can also talk to these guys once again. Sorry, I had to bail on you guys. I just can't leave my parents. They need me. Not sure if I'm going to be able to fix this. Have you found the talisman yet? Do you have the talisman? We're counting on you guys. Alright, let's talk to Corvus. Hello again. I assume you want me to teach you some more combat techniques. Well, you are so good at fighting now, I don't really have any more combat techniques left to teach you. But I do have one more thing I can give you. My sister got me a special meter efficiency mod for my birthday. She didn't know that I already had that mod, so I'm gonna re-gift it to you. Just don't tell my sister. Special meter mod. Now your special meter will fill up much faster. That mod will fill your special meter up much faster. Right. Thanks, Corvus. You're lucky that the mod shop has a terrible return policy. Anyway, this is all I can do for you, kid. Good luck out there. Hey, so we get some specials more often. Guess that'll be nice. We can count on those specials. Deal more damage. Definitely worth talking to Corvus here. Wonder if that's something that a lot of players will overlook. This final quest here to will she say anything new here? Guards were getting better and better as they finished out. No, I guess not. Nothing new. Yeah, if you pay attention, if you're on top of things with the quests, then you are rewarded. You are rewarded with that particular modification to speed up the specials. Nice little detail there. Easy to overlook that stuff. Holy moly! Found my secret hiding spot. Don't tell anyone about it, okay? Okay. Just found this piece of candy down here in the sewer. Been invading, but I think I'm going to eat it. You think that's a bad idea? I think it's probably fine. I wouldn't if I were you. Who knows where it's been? Oh, I see. You just want it for yourself. Get away from me. Okay. So now we're back in the past. Back to the bayou all the way in the past. So neither the present nor the future. Oh, I see where we are. Okay. So I think now it's time to... And if we do, why would he come back with us? Okay. Let's save. And I think this is the perfect time to call the stream here. Streaming for a while now. Barring some technical difficulties, this was a pretty good part. We got all of the future stuff done. We're finally back to the past and to, well, not really new sites, but at least a change of pace, the change of pace that I've been looking for or hoping for. And this is also a good transitioning area to end this stream and also start the next episode off with a change of scenery. So with that, I think I'll wind down the stream. Say thank you very much for watching. If you want to catch up to the stream, watch the archives of my playthrough of Costume Quest 2 here, you can go over to my YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/YamsterSam, and you can also follow me on Twitter at YamsterSam. Sorry, that's YamsterSam, all one word. And if you happen to be watching this on YouTube and you want to watch me live on Twitch, that is twitch.tv/YamsterSam. Alright, so with that, I think I will call it a day, and we'll begin right here in these new, well, not really new, like I said, again, change of scenery, a change of scene, finally back to the past, and we can continue on with the adventure from here. Alright, so I will see you then.